Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving,
Clearly,
clearly. Siri, what are you drinking today?
uh, water from my Stanley that I almost forgot at school, by the way. I had to turn around and go back into my classroom to get it.
I'm glad you didn't forget it. That would have been really sad.
No, the
You
thing,
do have other Stanleys.
yeah, I have other Stanleys. The thing is, I like paused for a second because I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I was like, I'll just leave it because I have other ways to drink water. But then I remembered that the night school uses my class. And I was like, I'm turning around and getting that.
Yes, good call.
Yeah.
I am drinking a mint limeade kombucha.
Ooh,
Yeah, I've been doing my taxes today, and I took a little break around 1 to go to Target and get myself a kombucha.
nice.
And I have been so into doing my taxes that I've only had that much.
Oh my God.
I know.
Ugh. Yeah, I did my taxes the other night. Tis tax season, everybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to get them done early. I feel like normally I have them done by now because normally I wait until like February 10th just in case any like late
Hmm.
documents come in. But this year I've just been so busy. And you have to file this year by the 28th to get the early bird to count as like an early tax filer.
Oh,
It's cheaper that way.
oh,
Yeah.
and we're free to file.
Anyway, yay.
Uh-huh.
Yay, taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, I owe this year. I owed last year too, so that's fun. But I owe substantially more this year than last year, so that's just double fun. I already set up um the payment to debit in April, so a later problem for me.
Fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping I won't owe this year. But I also like when I was entering on my W-2s, I was like, these feel a lot lower than they have been. And I'm like,
No.
oh no. Oh no. Anyway, it's fine.
You took a break at 1. I'm like, you've been at this for longer than 3 hours.
Yes, I have.
Oh my gosh. I think it took me 45 minutes to do mine, maybe.
Well, I started this morning by pulling out all of my like receipts and my little tax file on my
Okay.
phone.
Yeah.
So I went through and organized all of those first.
Okay.
Um, so that when I get to the point in TurboTax when it has me enter my deductions, it'll
Yeah,
be ready to
already.
go.
Oh,
And that honestly took me a while.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only had TurboTax open for probably an hour at this point.
Yeah, and you have a lot of things to enter,
I
so
do.
yeah. I do it on my phone, so I just like do it really quick.
Well, you also only have one W-2.
Well now, but yeah, I always was quick about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year it was one W2, but I also have all my IRA paperwork too to file, and
Yeah.
so there's that stuff. Right now.
And I got kind of a later start than I wanted because I did some cleaning and stuff before
Mm.
because I was procrastinating by being productive in other ways. But it was procrastinating getting started on my taxes.
Is what it is. Right, Lila. Allison's dog is being very needy.
Well, I've been working all day. She hasn't gotten much attention. She's just like quietly whining into Siri,
Hmm.
asking for cuddles.
Yes, hello. Hello, child. So funny. Yep.
Yeah, we had a very busy weekend.
Yes.
Ooh, Saturday, I worked at our jewelry company. And then when I left there, I came back home and I got cute. And then we went to Player One, which is a barcade in North Hollywood. We went there with some friends. And we were there for a couple hours. We played some games, we did karaoke, we did the photo booth. And then you and I went to Hollywood because you and Amanda and I had tickets to the Sabrina Carpenter pop-up bar, which was so much fun. It was so cute, and everything in there was pink, and there were tons of like neon lights, and all of the drinks were named after Sabrina songs, and they were all so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were most excited for one that was served in a little bathtub with a rubber ducky, and then you could buy a souvenir bathtub. So we, of course, did that.
Obviously.
Right.
And it came with a clean rubber ducky,
Yes.
which we did keep our duckies from our beverages.
Yes.
So we left there with 2 duckies
Yes.
each.
Yeah, it was really cute. It was a cute little
Yeah.
pop-up.
They had so many cute photo ops in there.
Mhm.
And all of the girlies, obviously most of the people there were girlies. They were all dressed so cute, and everyone was like so excited for everyone else. Like we asked a couple girls if I could take a photo where they were standing because they were just standing and chatting, but it was like in a photo area. And I was like, I'm so sorry, can I take a picture? And they were like, oh my gosh, yes, please. And everyone was just so nice and supportive. And I noticed multiple times, like even if we weren't the ones taking pictures, but if people would be walking and they would notice someone taking pictures, they would stop. So like you didn't disrupt the camera. It was great. I loved it. And the music was pretty good.
Yeah. It was like karaoke. Most people were doing like Sabrina Carpenter songs karaoke, so that
Yeah.
was, but it was fun.
Yeah. The vibes were great.
I will say I was surprised. Like, okay, here's the thing. I drove and we were expecting to have a hard time finding parking, but not like,
An impossible time.
yeah, there were just straight up no spots. Like you had to just pay to park at one of the expensive lots. So we ended up paying $25 to park in a lot because otherwise we were risking just being way too far. Which would just be, we
Not
would miss our
ideal.
slot and then it would just, yeah, not be ideal. But it was nuts. I was like, wow, I knew it would be hard in this area, but yeah, I didn't think we would not find anything. So that was, ouch, that was a surprise.
Yeah. I will say that was the first time I'd been like out in Hollywood in a long time.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I'll be doing that again, but
no, because it used to be you would circle a little bit and eventually you would find something. Now there was just absolutely nothing. And also, we had kind of discussed earlier, like, oh, if we have to go in a lot, that's fine, because we're used to those lots being like
like,
$5 to $7, maybe 10 max. The one that we wound up parking in was 25, and it was the only lot anywhere close to that bar.
yeah, and even the ones that weren't as close were the same or
price.
more.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
So that was that. That was Saturday. Yeah, which Saturday I didn't work the jewelry job, but the pop-up they were at also had Sparkle Squad there doing hair tinsel. And so I went and got tinsel put in my hair again, and it's cute. So that was fun.
yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good little pop-up. And then yesterday was Sunday, and we left my house and then went to Couplet because it was their grand opening yesterday.
Yes.
We tried their vanilla matcha.
It was really good. I mean, they are really like a lot of their drinks do what do they call it? A cream top, cloud top, whatever they call it, a cloud top. But they don't have a non-dairy version, so I haven't had any of that in a drink. But so just having the vanilla matcha with oat milk was still really good.
Yeah. I liked the vanilla matcha. I typically prefer a fruitier matcha, but the only fruity one they had was banana, and I don't like banana. But I did forget to order mine with oat milk, so it was dairy, and I really don't like milk. I did drink my matcha, but I was like,
Like you're like, this is cow milk. That's weird.
I'm like, that's not quite the vibe.
Yes.
I just forget that cow milk is a thing.
I will say it always is so baffling to me when people order like real milk, and I'm like, ew, people still drink real milk.
Like I heard a woman at La La Land the other day order with whole milk. because the guy was like, "And is regular milk okay?" And she was like, "Oh, whole milk." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh,
I'm like, who's drinking whole milk?
interesting." Yeah, that's not for me. Good for you, not for me.
Yeah, you live
I
that life.
I have never liked milk, even as a kid.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I've always thought milk was disgusting.
Yep.
So, yep, and it hates me. So it's mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we went to Couplet and that was like our what we did. That was another time we had like a hard time parking, but
Yeah.
I think we figured out the secret sauce for next time.
Hopefully.
But we went down to Toontown Market, which was the big plan for the day, but it was really hot.
Yeah.
This Toontown Market, I will say we didn't spend as much time there as we had at previous markets.
Hmm.
I feel like there were a lot of vendors, like it was a good number of vendors, but I felt like there weren't some of the like staple vendors
Yeah.
there that I was interested in. Um, I think they had 3 different vendors doing like Tokyo merch, which was great. Like that's good, but it was crazy because usually I think one of those booths has a massive line and the other one wasn't as much, but it is completely flip-flopped
Yeah.
where one of the vendors had such an insane line that I was like, absolutely not. And then the other one, we waited in line for her booth, and I've gotten stuff from there
Yeah.
before, and we both got something there. But that was just their price points are vastly different, so I think that might have something to do with it.
Probably. I also felt like they had a lot of booths, but I felt like they could have been spread out a little more because I felt like it was very crowded.
Yeah, it felt like a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like I hope the vendors did well, but I
Yeah.
felt like it wasn't a lot of the stuff that I would have been interested in, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. I don't know. The Aguas Fresco line was really long.
Yeah. Those looked amazing.
Yes, I just did not need that.
But after that, we went to Portillo's
Mhm.
and we ate. They had their chocolate covered strawberry shake, which I love. They typically only have it around Valentine's Day, and it was everything I hoped and dreamed. Then after that, our friend Kelly took us to Company D, which is the cast member exclusive store, and we did some damage there.
Yeah, we did.
That is the most I've ever gotten there. But it was all such a good deal.
That's the thing. Company D has really good deals. And the thing is, the last time we were there, it was for the friends and family event. So it was really busy in there.
Yeah.
Today it wasn't as busy because there is not the friends and family event going on. So it's kind of nice to be able to see stuff and it didn't feel like you were like fighting people for things kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
There wasn't a line to check out this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had so much good stuff. Like there were things that we had said in the park, like, "Oh, I want to get that eventually." And then we got them for like at least half off.
Yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, I realized I only got 3 things there.
I yeah.
But one of my 3 things was one of the Lululemon collab jackets because it was 50% off. And I was like, I would never find a Lululemon anything at that price point. So I have to get this.
Yeah,
It is really cute. I'll probably wear it to work tomorrow.
good. Then after that, we went to downtown Disney, where we turned into the downtown Disney parking lot and it was closed.
Not because there's no parking spots. They just, for some reason, decided they didn't want people parking there
Yeah, I still
anymore.
don't understand that.
No, because that was going to be our quick, easy, like, oh, let's just park down there because we're only going to downtown Disney for like an hour.
Yeah,
And then we ended up spending 35 minutes getting over to the Mickey and, well, the Pixar and Friends lot, but we had to go through the Mickey and Friends. It was insane. It took so long
yeah,
and it just sucked up all our time. So we didn't end up being able to shop because we didn't have time anymore.
yeah. We literally, Siri got a coffee, I got a Diet Coke, and then we left.
Yeah. We literally did like a quick little beeline through D-Lander while we waited for my coffee drink, and that is it.
Yeah,
We got my coffee and we had to speed walk back to the car.
yeah,
Like it was nuts. It should have been so much easier. And we should have had time to go to World of Disney too, but it's fine. We did not.
yeah. but we had to leave. We had to boogie because we had tickets to see Stephen Sondheim's old friends at the Amundsen Theater with Bernadette Peters and Lea Salonga. And it was so much fun. That was such a good
It was so good. It
show
was a really good show.
and like such a fun show. I wasn't really sure what to expect because it's a review, a Stephen Sondheim review. So I knew I would like it. Sondheim is my favorite, has been my favorite since I was legitimately like 4 or 5 years old. Um, and then Bernadette Peters obviously was his muse for most of her life, at least. I think he's old enough because I mean she was a kid the first time she worked with him.
I don't know.
Yeah, he probably is at least 30 years older than her. Um, anyway, so that was exciting. Every time I've seen her perform, she mostly does his songs anyway. I mean, a lot of them were written for her. But it was really good, and the staging was so fun.
Yeah, that was so impressive. It was really fun to see how they had the set and how it interacted with the performance and the costuming and
Yeah.
everything.
Because they would do like a little set for each show that they were featuring. So it would be like the Sweeney Todd set, the Gypsy set, the Little Night Music set, the Funny Way, the Forum set. We won't say the whole
Funny
title.
thing happened on the way to Forum.
To the Forum. Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, so West Side Story.
Mhm.
Yeah, so many good ones. Um, but they would do like little sets and then the scenery would change and it was really pretty. And I thought that they did a great job of like combining the like Hadestown, Wicked, more modern scenic design with like the classic spectacle, you know? I loved it. They had like lights all around the stage. It was great. The lighting, oh,
Yeah, the lighting was really good.
the lighting was great. The choreography, stellar.
Yeah, and all the performers were so good.
Yeah, most of them were from the West End,
Mhm.
which is really cool. Yeah, the so I loved it. It was so good. The only thing was that the people behind us and over my shoulder, so not directly behind us, but like still behind us, they were old. So I'm kind of known for bringing Siri to these events where it's a bunch of pompous old people and then us. This was one of those events. Um, so the people that we're talking about, old, first and foremost. I want to believe that this man could not hear his phone ringing, but it rang. I'm not kidding. It rang at least 7 times in the first act. And he didn't hear it, so he didn't stop it. So it would
Just keep
fully
going.
ring during the performance. Um, so that was frustrating, but especially okay. My two favorite musicals of all time are Gypsy and A Little Night Music, both Sondheim musicals. And on the lineup was Send in the Clowns, performed by Bernadette Peters. Bernadette Peters played Desiree Armfeldt in like 2010 on Broadway, and I wanted to go so badly, but I wasn't able to. I was a literal child. And then I was talking to my mom on the phone today, and I was like, and she sang Send in the Clowns. And my mom was like, oh, good, you finally got to hear it. Because she remembered as soon as I said, she was like, yes, I know, I know. I broke your tiny little heart. I'm so sorry. Um, anyway, so I was really looking forward to that number specifically because at this point, it literally has been most of my life that I've been salty about missing her in that show. So I was very excited. And then she comes out in the Desiree dress with her hair. I loved her hair for that number. I also really appreciated all the hair changes they did for her. It's
Yeah.
impressive. And they have like the little set up and the orchestra starts, and I am so prepped to sob. I never in my entire life have heard that song performed live and not cried. She starts singing. It's beautiful and emotional, and I can like feel my heart start to swell. And then this man's fucking cell phone starts ringing and he doesn't stop it. So it rings through the entire song.
Yeah. And I was getting fed up during the song because I felt like that was the opportunity that everybody with a slight tickle in their throat took to cough. There were so many people coughing and sneezing during that whole number and like crinkling their water bottles. I'm like, what the hell? Not this song. Like, read the room. My God. I
Like,
was so annoyed.
I was so distracted by this man's phone that I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it later.
No, because I tried to lean to Allison and she couldn't hear me because I'm polite and wait until fucking applause to try to talk to my neighbor.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was ready to punch everyone in the face who was coughing during that number.
I was just so annoyed with this man's cell phone. And like, I didn't cry. That's the first time ever in my life I've ever not cried during that song. And it was literally the person I've been waiting my entire life to hear sing this song, singing it.
Mhm.
I still enjoyed it. She still did a great job. But it was not the experience I wanted for that number.
No.
Yeah. But then at intermission, it was a man and his, I'm assuming, wife. She went to the restroom. He's sitting there. She comes back and she's like, "Are you enjoying it?" And he's like, "I didn't know it'd be a musical." And I'm like,
I fucking laughed. I laughed.
it's like, it is a Sondheim
Like,
review.
I just, like, literally was laughing. And I hope they knew I was laughing at them.
I think so.
That's probably why they left.
Yeah, because then she's like, "Do you want to leave?" And he's like, "Yeah." So they left. And then when they left, the people who were directly behind us, which I told my mom, I was like, "That's me and Siri probably in like 40 years." Because they were older, but they were like just there with their friend and just there to have a good time and excited. I enjoyed eavesdropping on most of their conversation. Um, but one of them was like, when they left, one of them goes, "Oh, thank God."
I didn't hear that probably because I was laughing. I also laughed at the man in front of us who came in with a seat lift,
Yes,
a tall man.
this man is probably 6 feet tall. He comes in with the seat lift that they reserve for small children, and he says to the woman next to him, "These seats are so low to the ground, I can't get out of them without one of these." And then he sits in front of us, blocking our view.
Yeah, I started laughing at that too.
So I watched the entire first act, leaned to the left. Siri watched the entire first act, leaned to the right. But luckily, that man left during
Yeah, he also
intermission
left
too.
during intermission. 6-foot old man on a seat lift.
Comical.
I had to laugh. It was funny. My Labubu enjoyed the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Siri brought one of her Labubus in its evening gown to the theater.
Yeah, she had a great time.
I'm so happy for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on a Labubu craze. It came out of nowhere and now I have 3. Well, I have 3 real ones and a Lafufu. If you know, you know.
I really need for my FBI agent to not listen every time you say Labubu because I'm so worried about my TikTok algorithm getting messed up.
Well, you just won't interact with them. It'll go away.
I've had one so far, only one pop up on my For You page, and I swiped so fast.
Yeah. They're fun.
I'm happy you're happy.
They're cute. Yep. I've ordered 2 from eBay. One of them came today to Allison's house, so I get to go open it later.
Yay.
I know what one it is because the person opened the box. And they didn't send it to me in the box, which I find very interesting, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, we had a great time yesterday. We did a lot. Really, the only annoying parts were the parking.
Yeah, the downtown Disney parking was my thorn for sure.
Yeah,
Because that was supposed to be
easy.
our easy way to spend a little bit of time at downtown Disney. And instead, we did not spend any time at downtown Disney except to, well, you went to the bathroom and I ordered my coffee drink
Yeah.
and you bought a soda and we left. That's it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we were walking to downtown Disney, we like walked through that parking lot and there were so many open spots. We were like, well,
Yeah, it's like, why
why?
couldn't we have parked in here for the hour we had to be here?
Yeah,
This was unfortunate.
it really was.
I was mad enough about it that I sent a complaint on the Disneyland app. I haven't heard anything back yet.
Great.
Yeah. I also haven't heard anything back about FAO Schwartz, but that's a later problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to be able to go to the Jellycat Diner.
It'll happen. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Um, this morning when I was cleaning, I was taking out the trash and then I realized two of my nails had fallen off, which was fine because I'd put those nails on before Valentine's Day.
Oh my
So it really was fine, but then I had to redo my nails, which I wasn't planning to do today.
man.
Not that that takes like a really long time, but
It's just another thing.
yeah. But I did it immediately because I needed to feel cute while I was doing my taxes.
Lila. Yeah.
Yep. Um, I was gonna say something and then it sure left my brain as soon as I opened my mouth.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've got nothing. So, how are your youths reacting to In Cold Blood, which is what they're reading right now?
I don't know. I didn't have those groups today. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? They don't really react that strongly most of the time to literature. I think it's an interesting choice
Yeah.
to read, which is why I picked it. I don't know. Well, I'll see them tomorrow.
My mom is slightly leaving retirement, kind of. She's teaching 2 online English classes for a homeschool group. And she was asking me, she was like, um, what does Siri have her ninth graders read? And I was like, well, she doesn't have any ninth graders right now, but she had some group last year that read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Um, and apparently my mom's like upper or whatever suggested To Kill a Mockingbird, but my mom is like, because these are homeschool kids, and my mom is like, the lady also told me she's never given any child in this school a book that the parents didn't complain about.
Don't do To Kill a Mockingbird. I mean, a lot of teachers do Hunger Games with ninth grade right now to do like part of like a survival unit. And then you can kind of talk about like the cost of survival and like people doing like when people, oh my gosh, when you need extravagant rescues for people doing like extreme sport kind of things or whatever, kind of like who should be shouldering the cost of the rescue missions, that sort of thing. Like, can you put a price on survival? I love The Most Dangerous Game as a short story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's always a good one. The Lottery, we did The Lottery short story. Yeah, we read, oh, Fahrenheit 451 too. Yeah, my ninth graders read Night by Eli Wiesel. I will not do that one again.
Yeah, that book is hard.
That's too fucking hard. Never again. I should have done Hunger Games. Give me fiction, please, because that was too traumatizing. Anyway, not that it's a bad book. That's a great book. And if you can stomach teaching it, do it. I just cannot. I could not stomach teaching it. Fahrenheit 451, and we read To Kill a Mockingbird. But what a lot of teachers do is they'll do like Dear Martin, or there's a book, but yeah, homeschool parents would probably complain about it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the true story of a lawyer who went in and was being a lawyer for people who are on death row, and most of them were there for crimes they didn't actually commit, kind of a thing.
Ooh.
So got more into like actual cases. So it's kind of an interesting actual case study. Because To Kill a Mockingbird is all about a case.
Yeah.
About a black man for a crime he didn't commit. But
yeah.
yeah.
When my mom was asking me about it, I literally started out like, maybe not. But then by the end of the conversation, I like had convinced myself. I was like, yeah, do To Kill a Mockingbird. Because I was thinking about these kids and like I don't know any of these kids. This is purely assumption. Purely assumption. But I was like, well, To Kill a Mockingbird's on the banned book list, so like I don't know. And then I was like, actually, when a book is on the banned book list, it makes me want it to be read more. And then I was like, like their parents probably wouldn't appreciate um the conversations that opens about the N word. Um, and then I was like, but actually, it's like those kids are the ones who need to hear that because they come from racist Trumpers.
Could be interesting conversation starters for the kids for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she'll wind up doing, but by the end of it, I was like, yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird, which to be fair, is one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
And I think children should read it.
Oh,
I
yeah, and we
just-
did Romeo and Juliet, obviously. Obviously.
I just don't know that my mom wants to be the one dealing with that.
Well, she could just find, like, the thing is, there's so much material online that you can do that makes it pretty easy to devour. So it's like you don't have to get into some of the hard conversations, but maybe you could get the kids thinking about the hard conversations. And she could frame it as like a, we're not going to talk about this in class kind of a thing, but like, here's what I want you to do. Like, why don't you kind of see what your take is on this and discuss it with a parent and see what their thoughts are on it? Like, make it more of a like them creating the questions. So it's not like you're indoctrinating them, you're just giving them
Yeah.
the material. It's like, what do you think about it? Like, give me, I don't know.
It's just a good book. It is a good book. Right, Lila? She says, I don't know, I don't read.
Yeah. Are you illiterate, Lila?
Yeah. She says, I am literally just a dumb bitch.
Like, I am an illiterate creature because I am a dog.
She's a dumb bitch.
He's a baby. She said,
The
I'm
cutest
just a
baby.
baby.
Lila's foster mom yesterday, because Lila was in a foster home for the first 11 months of her life before I adopted her. Her foster mom sent me 2 photos of Lila as a puppy yesterday that I had not seen before. And they are
They're
the
so cute.
cutest pictures. Obsessed. I love it. Occasionally, not super often, but occasionally she'll send me like random pictures that she finds. And yesterday I was like, please keep doing this. I want all the pictures.
Yes.
Like she's just so cute now, but like as a baby, she's just a little baby.
Oh, sorry.
Is that her or you?
That was her.
Yeah.
Just... Yeah. What do you think, Lila?
She's like, I'm very happy to be podcasting. She loves podcasting.
She has 2 laps to sit in.
Exactly.
It's a fun time for you. Yes.
Apparently yesterday was National Sister Day.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
So there was one of those like things that people do in Instagram stories where it's like a
Add yours.
yeah, add your picture. So I posted the picture of us as the Grady twins from The Shining.
Oh my gosh.
That post has been quite popular.
Yes.
I love to just like drop those photos occasionally
Yes.
because people forget about them, or there's new people that never knew in the first place. And then
It was a good costume.
it's, yeah, it was a very good costume.
We spent a lot of time finding those dresses.
We really did, and they wound up being children's uniform dresses from the children's place.
Yep. I still have it.
I do too.
Oh my gosh.
I think our best ones were that one and then Pennywise and Georgie.
Hmm.
Those were my favorites.
Georgia was so easy. I just had a raincoat.
And a balloon.
Yep. Yeah, and the balloon.
That was a good one.
Mhm. Yes.
We need to, well, we don't need, it's literally February. But normally we do start brainstorming the next one as soon as one is finished.
Halloween's very important, okay?
Actually, I think we've already decided.
Yeah, we kind of have. No, really, I like a theme and I like a costume. So
Mhm.
what we need to start thinking about is what we're gonna wear to Dapper Day at Disney.
Yeah, that's sooner than Halloween.
Yeah. That is April.
Yes, we still have some time, but not a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I'll do.
I haven't really thought about it. It's fine.
I'll think of something.
Yeah.
I really am excited because I will be finishing my taxes today.
There you go.
I'm not excited to do them, but I'm excited for them to be done. Because I feel like once it's finished, then like that part of my brain can move on. Because I feel like even though I'm not like up against a deadline, really, I just it's one of those things, and it's a big thing in my mind that I'm like, they're not done.
So once they're done, you'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, moving on.
moving on to whatever's next.
Yes.
Yeah, right, Layla. She's like, sure.
Lila.
I'm really jealous of her life
Yeah.
because her literally her only job is to be cute.
Yeah, dogs really do have it good. Yes.
Yeah, like house cats, house pets specifically. But especially if you belong to a single girly pop.
Yeah. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dog's biggest complaint is that they would love to be fat.
Yeah.
They want to eat all the time. But
Yeah.
unfortunately they're wiener dogs and you really can't have fat wiener dogs if you want healthy wiener dogs. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. I think Lila and Winston both would like more snacks.
Mhm.
They won't be getting them, unfortunately.
Yep.
I had the thought this morning. I was like, well, maybe if I like get everything done, I'll take Lila on a walk later. I did not get everything done.
It's still nice out.
Yeah, but it'll be dark soon.
Oh man. No, it was like actually such a beautiful day. It just, yeah. I mean, I was inside all day, but I stood outside for approximately 10 minutes and it was glorious.
Good.
Hmm.
I went outside when I took out the trash and when I went to Target and when I picked up Lila's poop this morning.
Wonderful.
Lila's like, I went outside to poop. It was great.
Yes. I mean, I was outside early this morning, but that's when it's still cold.
Yeah.
That's just a dog walk. Yes.
We learned this weekend that by Couplet, there's a little tamale shop and they do dog tamales.
Which is so funny.
So we decided we'll have to bring the girlies to Couplet and they can all three share a tamale.
Hmm.
None of them need their own.
No. They're little dogs. Yeah, there was also, it's so funny because there's like another coffee shop literally 2 doors down from Couplet.
Yeah.
Um, but that one they were doing like a Stitch and Bitch event, which I thought sounded hilarious. So apparently they do them monthly. Sounded cute.
Yeah. That sounds like a vibe.
I feel like was like another coffee shop around the corner too.
think so.
So just interesting how many are in.
That little area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think they all kind of attract different clientele.
for sure.
So I don't know. Wow, okay, Lila.
Yep. Lila is still dealing with some skin issues. I don't really know what else to do about that. Um, she's on like a special probiotic now for her skin.
Hmm.
And I keep hoping that that'll like magically fix it.
Lila, are you allergic to cats?
Can you imagine? I also took her in the shower with me a few nights ago and I like did like an oatmeal aloe shampoo, which I like was hoping would soothe whatever it is. And honestly, she's like not scratching as much, but now she's like licking her paws a lot,
Mm,
which isn't much better.
do you need to be on Benadryl? I don't know.
Lila, I don't want to drug you. You're so precious. She's like, I'm literally just a girl.
Oh, Lila. Ah.
She sat back down like, sorry.
I was like, don't. Yeah, we did not watch the SAG Awards. I didn't feel like I really wanted to anyway, but
This was the first year ever in my life that I did not vote.
so weird.
But I also didn't have time to watch a single screener, so I really didn't feel like I could vote.
Yeah. It's really funny how, like, I feel like when you're first in SAG, it's like that's the thing. You're like, screeners, yes, I'm gonna watch everything. And then you're voting, you're like, yes, I'm voting. And then, like, as the years go by, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch any of those screeners. And like, it's okay if I don't vote. It's so funny.
I like would have liked to, because I do enjoy watching the screeners,
Yeah, it can be really fun.
but I just didn't have time this year.
Yeah.
I miss when the SAG Awards would be like end of January and then you would get your screeners right before Christmas.
Mm.
Because I had so much time over Christmas, always. It was great.
Wow. I don't know. I haven't paid my dues in a couple of years, so I didn't get screeners, so I don't know when people were getting them.
Whatever. Yeah, I didn't start getting them until like a month ago.
Oh, well, it is late.
Yeah, like probably mid-January.
Yeah. I also know like a lot of them ended up moving to like digital
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah, now you have to go in and opt for physical copies, which I normally do. I didn't do that this year. I missed the deadline.
Mm.
So that also probably didn't help because I didn't have like a physical reminder.
I liked the digital options because a lot of times you could put them on whatever the app is
Yeah.
on like your phone or device, so I could watch them on the plane. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the past couple of years they've had apps on the Roku too.
Hmm.
So you can like watch them on your TV.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a time they had the app on the phone, so I downloaded a bunch before I went on a flight
Yeah.
so I could watch them. So that was cool. So that's one pro for the digital. I don't know. The industry has just been so slow anyway,
Yeah.
like for at least, for us over here. So it's like, I don't know. And I feel like I don't even get excited about new shows because a lot of times I know that the new shows didn't film out here. So it makes me not want to watch them anyway, just because of that. Because it's like, well, they
Yeah.
didn't film here. Like this filmed in Atlanta or this filmed wherever. Which, like, not to say like stuff filmed elsewhere is bad, just when it is something that could have filmed here slash should have filmed here
Yeah.
and it didn't, it's like a weird thing. Like obviously if it's like a different market, like that is what it is. Like Bridgerton, like of course I'll
Right.
watch Bridgerton
Like,
because
that's
like
fine.
that's
Yeah.
why would they film in LA? That would be ridiculous.
I also feel like part of why things film elsewhere is to save money. And it's just like the stuff that people, the stuff that is put out now they try to do it for so cheap, and it looks and feels cheap. The quality has gone down, and then it only lasts maybe a season. So I don't watch a lot of new things because I'm like, why would I?
Why would I get invested for this
Yeah.
to not go anywhere? Yeah.
But if you look at the shows that are on the air that have been on the air for a super long time, like Grey's Anatomy and Law and Order SVU, they have massive budgets, and they've like paid to retain actors, they've paid to retain locations, and I think that that shows.
Yeah. It's just another instance of the big people,
Wanting to save a buck.
yeah, and exploiting people for their own pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just is what it is.
Kristen Bell did host the SAG Awards, and I obviously didn't watch them, but the clips I've seen, I enjoyed. Like I sent you her opening.
Yeah, the song,
Song.
which is great.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I liked that. The crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kristen Bell has the musical theater background.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she did a great job. From what I've seen, she did.
Yeah. It's Kristen Bell.
Yeah. And there were movies that I was excited to watch. Like I wanted to watch the Timothy Chalamet, Elle Fanning one. I wanted to watch The Last Showgirl.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I haven't even watched a horror movie this year. I haven't taken a bath. I've had no time. And it's stressing me out.
Oh,
Anyway, it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. The
yeah.
world is on fire. It's fine.
Yes. It is what it is, right, Lila? Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really excited for summer. I'm like tired of being at work, but that's just like a general
Yeah.
thing. Like no one was built for labor, so
Yeah.
any break sounds great.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm just ready for this year to be over.
I was really hoping that today, because today I scheduled so that I didn't have like any projects to work on today,
Mhm.
so that I could do my taxes. And I was really hoping that I could get that done in like 4 hours and then have the rest of the day to like clean my room. 'Cause, again, I've had no time, and my room is like messy and chaotic, and it's stressing me out. And I haven't.
Well, it's only 5:30.
Yeah. I'm ready to clock out.
Yeah. Nope. It's what it is.
Hopefully I can finish that up. Hopefully no more than like 2 more hours.
2 more hours. Oh my gosh.
I have 2 more physical W-2s to enter. I have at least one 1099 I have to enter because
Mhm.
normally I try to keep my independent contracts under the threshold. There was one that apparently I didn't.
Mm.
So that's annoying. I'm really hoping that doesn't mess me up.
Mm.
And then I still have to pull the stuff from the bank, and I have to enter all of my healthcare stuff. And then my deductions, play around, see what's better there.
Hmm.
Anyway, what a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things we gotta do.
Anyway, I think that'll bring us to the end of this delightful episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay.
And I'm Siri Harkins.
Turn your phones off in theaters.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We're thriving.
Yep.
Clearly.
Mhm.